Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Games Season 2, Episodes 4 and 5. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. The review for Episode 6 might also be late. Such is life, okay? C'est la vie. So, going into episode 4 very quickly here, we have Garbu, who thanks Kendall for being very patient with her during the last challenge that they did. He said that it's time for him to step it up in the game department because so far, he's just a loser. He just keeps losing. And I think, yeah, Kendall. They later get to know each other deeper on the dock. They're asking each other questions and he asks her what's her favorite sex position. She obviously doesn't have one. And so she lets him know that she is in fact a virgin, which typically steers people away from her, but he took it very well. He was just asking what's the reason and she said she just hasn't found the one. So, I mean, I'm sure in her mind she thinks Kendall could be the one, but girl, let's be so honest. Don't waste your time on no Kendall. Okay, moving on. Tyreek and Johnny talk about Andrea, and basically Tyreek was giving his blessing in a weird way. It seems like Johnny was just having the conversation as a formality, but he was never looking for permission. So he was going to do whatever he wanted to do regardless. She says that being overly confident is a guard for her, right? So Johnny was like, yo, the girl that I know or the girl that we saw, that's not the girl that's in Love Island Games. What's going on? And she does say that this is a defense mechanism for her. She is not as confident as she presents, which makes sense because in the last review, I was like, yo, the Andrea we met is not the Andrea we're experiencing right now. So that kind of makes sense. I hope this process can give her more confidence. I'll leave it there. Moving on, Ty tells Chris about the kiss with KK, and he claims he was doing it out of courtesy. The courtesy would have been to let KK know that you plan on having that conversation. Yeah, then Chris goes, this is why I preach game, and this is why I don't want to get my heart involved. The reason why she's moving around is because you're not giving her enough energy in the romance department. Like, the girl would be down if you were down. But you're not. So she had to find something else because that's what she came here for. KK wants to front like she's here for the game and stuff. She wants a man. And that's okay. This time around, she's not going to beg for it. But if you're not giving her the energy, she'll find someone who is. And she did. KK and Chris then have a conversation. She asked him to step it up because she needs more. She has a conversation with Tyreek, tells him the same thing. He needs to step it up. Andrea has a conversation with Tyreek because she heard from Chris about the kiss and she's annoyed. She's basically off him. He's off her too. They're done for good. And then KK and Andrea talk and she says she just didn't get the opportunity to tell her about the kiss. Now, KK, let's be so for real. One thing we know about Love Island is, yes, you might not have time to talk to the person that you're coupled up with, but the girls have time with the girls and the guys have time with the guys, even on their off days. You could have told her. Zay told Nicola that it's just not there for him romantically, which I appreciated because we're just coming off of a season where somebody, who shall not be named, could have done that and didn't. So thank you, Zay, for being kind in that way. Then we have Toby who comes in. He gets to choose whoever he wants to couple up with. He decides to couple up with Andrea, which means that Josh is now single again and he's coupled up with Justine. Why did Josh say, because Ariana asked him how he felt, right? And Josh was like, well, you know, I knew I was a target coming into this. Who is coming for Josh? Who's coming for him? Please somebody let me know and tag me because sometimes I don't be in the comments like that. Who is coming for Josh that he has such a chip on his shoulder? What's going on? Did I miss something? You had a target on your back coming into the show? How? Okay. So in the challenge, it was like one of those, it was a Big Brother style game. You fill up the water, you fill it into the tank. There's a lot of slime. Don't fall. It is what it is, right? KK and Chris did very well together, followed by Garby and Kendall. And then Mert and Solen, they weren't doing the best. At least that's what it seemed like. But in the end, they actually were one of the top 4 couples. In the first round, though, the couples that got the best scores were Justine and Josh and Andreina and Johnny. Top 2 overall couples were KK and Chris and Justine and Josh. And then the other couples that were safe were Garby and Kendall and Solen and Mert. But KK and Chris, being the overall winners and therefore the power couple, had to make one of the safe couples vulnerable. So they chose Solen and Mert because they are just a friendship couple. Now in episode 5, Mert actually expresses an issue with that because he's like, you're here saying game, but now you're making decisions based off of people's connections. How does that make any sense? If you really were here for the game, you would make somebody vulnerable who was likely going to be a threat to you. So what's your deal? Is it game? Is it love? Like, why are we being penalized because we don't have a love connection when you say you don't even care for love connections? And I said, good observation, Mert. Tyreek is also all about the game, and he is making it very clear that he's trying to get away from Lucinda as quick as possible because he isn't winning with her. And I'm thinking, it's one thing to think it, it's another thing to say it to her face. Like, damn, Tyreek, he's got to be careful with his mouth because he's kissing his way through the villa, number 1, or trying to at least. Number 2, he's saying a lot of, offhand things that are putting people off of him. He's not realizing the importance of a social game. Oh my goodness, it's so frustrating to see these people play Love Island games as a girly who loves a strategy show, because it's more than just being good at challenges. It's more than just having friends. It's knowing how to navigate these social situations as they come. There have been people on other games who save their game, not because they have like strong friendships in there, but because they know how to politic. Like they know how to manage the people that they're in the villa with. So even if their enemy could be after them, somehow they finagle their way out of it. And I just don't know if Tyreek is going to be successful in that way because he's burning a lot of bridges very quickly. Somebody who's doing a better job is Justine. She's talking to Josh about how beneficial it is for them to actually be in a couple. They are strong as a unit, but obviously the romance isn't really there for them. So she thinks it's actually good for him to keep his connection with Andrea going. That way, you're automatically tied to another couple, and you also can save yourself when it comes to challenges and potentially being in the bottom, right? That's the way to go. Homegirl won because of her social game, because of the connections that she had, because of her athleticism. Even on the challenge, she did very well because of those same things. You have to be a well-rounded player. And I don't think enough people understand that. So like I said, Josh is going to keep his attention on Andrea, right? So he later on is telling Andrea that, you know what, my heart is with you. Yes, I do like my partnership with Justine, but don't think that there's anything there. Like, it's me and you, girl. Problem is, now that Toby has come in, he actually has taken Andrea by surprise. And she's looking at Josh like, you a little bit too serious for me. I want somebody who's more fun, who's more goofy, who's more quirky. And Toby is giving me that, whereas Josh is not. I'm telling you, Josh has a stick up his ass, and I'm wondering why. Like, what happened? I fully believe this place might be a trigger for him. It might be. That's me imposing that onto him. The man never said that. But his disposition just makes me think maybe what Love Island represents because of his first time around is something that he has yet to unpack. And maybe that's why he feels away when literally nobody's coming for him. Tyreek and KK have another conversation. And I was like, KK, please be careful.
I've got something for KK still. I'll be honest with you, I feel a bit shit. Like, I'm vulnerable.
Yeah.
I don't want to go home. You're cute.
But I want that 250 thou wow. Yeah. Just like you, right?
See, I'll be honest with you. I like you the most and I vibe with you the most. Can make you more than 250 fellas. You just gotta trust me. You don't run it back.
No, let's not run it back.
It's cause of power couple.
Yeah, because of power couple. It be the smile in the eyes that be getting me. Oh my God.
The way I was so proud of this girl, I said, oh, well, look at this. You really have learned from your first time around. I thought she was going to fold. I thought she was going to fold so quick, but no. She pied Tyreek and she said, hey, not too much. And honestly, Tyreek, he's so, You mean to tell me you just aired this girl out and you air any girl that you're coupled up with and you think that she's going to She's gonna cozy up to you again. I think KK is here for, you know, the banter and the flirting and the whatever. But like, you have shown her with the connection with her and with your other connections that you're not a sure bet. Whether it's romantically or game level, like you're just not a person to place all your bets on. And I'm glad that she pied him. I'm also glad that for a second, literally just 1 second, because she then was kissing Chris in the bed, I'm glad that she put him on ice too. Like the KK who was begging man a few seasons back is not the KK we're seeing now. She still wants something to develop from this show, which is totally fair and fine, but she's not sick over these men the way she was sick over Keenan. And I love that for her. In the morning, the guys are making breakfast. Toby's actually getting assistance from Josh when they're both trying to make breakfast for the same girl. Mert could be taking some notes because here Lucinda is eating Andrea's leftovers because obviously she has 2 meals, right? So she's upset because Mert isn't doing enough, and Mert is confused why this girl is icing him out.
Lucinda. Hello.
Please, like, just make me a coffee. I'm giving him so many chances.
So how was your cuddling?
Why are you jealous?
My cuddling was fine as well.
Yes.
Why are you laughing?
Man, this generation of dating, we are gonna die from nonchalance. Like, we are going to die from nonchalance. Everybody tries to be cool. Oh, I'm cool. I'm too cool for that. I'm too cool to express myself. Oh, I don't want to say how I feel. I don't want to be vulnerable. And then we wonder why our dating lives are, not our. Y'all wonder why y'all's dating lives are a mess right now. Like, hello, you have to be a little bit vulnerable. It's very clear that she wants more effort, more romance from him. He wants more affection, more words of affirmation, but they both don't want to express that to each other. And so here we are at a stalemate. They don't know who should be the person to pull the trigger and whatever. They're stuck and they're both frustrated, right? Later on, Mert has a conversation with Kendall, and Kendall is like, I can tell that you want prince treatment, but one thing about Lucinda, if you're not going to treat her like a princess, you're not going to be treated like a prince. True say. Because what do I look like? What do I look like treating you like a prince and you treating me like a peasant? Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'm sorry. I'm still traditional in that sense. I need a man to make his intentions known before I start to put myself out there too. Okay. So he plans a date alongside Kendall. They do this little doc setup thing. She appreciates that. She lets him know that she appreciates that. She says to him, I just wanted that reassurance. I can give you what you're looking for, but you have to reassure me. And the way that I'm reassured is through this kind of effort. So they're now starting to understand what they have to do to get on track. Someone who's also deciding to be transparent is Johnny. Now, dare I say it, y'all, I think fatherhood has changed him.
Yeah, like I'm a little scared. Like, is he gonna do like the same thing to me?
You know, I'm 27. I have a daughter now. I'm supposed to be doing better because of her. I want to do better for her. I don't plan on being vulnerable too many times. Honesty, transparency, you know, that's what we came here for.
I didn't really make these realizations.
I'm here for you now. I'm expressing my interest. I'm interested, and you know that. So, like, what's up?
Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Being a parent ain't got nothing to do with emotional maturity, emotional stability. We have 2 people from Love Island who actually proved that. A lot of people think it's just Huda, but there is somebody else too. It was a guy from seasons ago. If you know, you know. So I actually like this conversation that he had with Andrea, basically saying, listen, I'm a dad now. I can't be effing around like I used to. I need to lock in. I need to lock in for my daughter. I need to lock in for myself. Like, it's not cute anymore. I'm in my late 20s now. You know, we gotta get serious. Now, here's the thing about Andreina. Even if this man was still in his F-boy era, I don't think it would have mattered. I think Andreina is just so googly-eyed for anybody that Johnny could be insincere right now. And I don't think it would matter too much to her. But I actually believe that he was being sincere. So I thought this was a nice conversation. Some people are trying to make some connections. We have Solen and Zay who are talking about dinosaurs and lizards and stuff in Florida. And okay, Sure, whatever. Then we have Justine, who's talking to Tyreek. She says that her top priorities on the romantic stance would be himself, Ty, and Chris. We're in the trenches. You're telling me those are your top picks, and I can't be mad at her because who else is there? I'm also thinking about it too. Like, Justine is in her 30s now. She don't have, this is not her, like, I don't have words. Her person is not on here, which begs the question, why did you even come back on Love Island? I don't know. Listen, the prize fund, it's worth it's worth going through this, I guess. But yeah, her man is not here, and her man is not going to be here. Let's be so real about that. Tyreek is trying to make it seem like he's interested. Please, be so for real. So Chris and Josh have a conversation about their love interests, the intentions that they have, the plan that they want to make. And I'm thinking, y'all do a lot of talking and not enough doing. Because while you're yapping, here is Toby actually making moves.
Oh, shit, okay. Privacy. This is like High School Musical. We're all just in high school together.
What's the
Everybody's
chance of
fighting
me
for
being Troy and you being Gabriella then?
very high chance.
Yes. To KK, when she was talking about you, she really does like you. She does really do like you, bro.
I think you're looking so beautiful tonight.
Thank you. Okay, he's a good kisser.
Thank God for that.
I feel like Andrea is definitely playing with fire, dealing with Toby. However, Toby is giving her energy, and Josh is not. Josh just likes to kiss. Okay, after that, then what? She even said herself, like, he's just so serious. Like, I can't even have fun with the guy. So I'm not surprised that she's gravitating towards Toby. Toby, toxic as he may be, has a lot of character. Like, he's funny. He's, you know, I would enjoy spending time with Toby over Josh. So Andrea, girl, I get you, my sister. I get you. I do. Josh, don't get too comfortable. He got a chip on his shoulder and he's too comfortable at the same time. It's quite interesting. Ariana comes in and she reveals the public vote. There are two couples who are going to be saved. And those two couples are Lucinda and Tyreek and Andreina and Johnny. Andreina breaks down and I'm thinking, what's going on?
Oh my god. I just.
Okay, you're good.
You can keep going.
Okay.
It wasn't as bad as Amaya's. We don't want to do that though. We don't want to do that. But it was close. And I was like, what is it about Love Island that gets people to these heights of emotions? But okay, girl, happy for you, I guess. So the remaining couples get a choice between letting America vote the couple out or letting fate vote out the couples. So they're given boxes. Two of the boxes say safe, one of them says dumped. If they decide to open the boxes, then whatever the box says is what it is. If they decide not to open it, then America's vote is what it is, right? So Lynn and Mert decide not to open the box. Andrea and Toby want to open the box because Andrea feels like America still doesn't like her. Sorry. I don't even think it was America didn't like her. I think in the space and time of season 6, she was in a bad situation. And plus, that was when all the little tweens started watching Love Island and, you know, they've done a lot. So yeah, I do feel for her. But I think that was a very specific scenario, and it sucks that she's carried those feelings for over a year now. Like that really sucks. And then we have Nicola and Zay, who did not want to open the box. So it's left up to America, and America voted out Solenn and Mert. I'm actually surprised. I didn't think Andrea would be voted out. I thought it was going to be Nicola and Zay, mainly because a lot of people didn't like how Zay did Sydney. And then also not a lot of people know of Nicola, right? But they were safe. So good for them. Sucks to see Mert and Solenn go. I actually wasn't too mad at Solenn. I can understand why maybe a lot of people didn't take to her, but I truly wasn't mad at her. And then with Mert, he's now like, oh, I understand my feelings now, and I'm gonna wait for Lucinda, and I leaving now is proving to me how much I like you. Next time, let's not be nonchalant, okay? That's not to say you gotta love bomb people, but if you like somebody, let it be known before it's too late, okay? Okay. We see in the preview that there are 2 bombshells coming in. I didn't get a good look on the guy, but the girl, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like Sydney in a blonde wig, does it not? I'm sure it's already been exposed online. I haven't checked Twitter or TikTok or anything. Sydney and Zay, is this the first time like in the same room after the breakup? I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. So, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.